Hello everyone, welcome back to Plum Figgy. This is Tammy, and I have a project share for you today. So, we've been working on this, well, it came from the these stickers came from the John Darien sticker book. Yeah, I apologize in advance for my hands. Been doing some fun with coloring and watercolor. So I went ahead, I got a wild hair yesterday and I went ahead and finished it up on my own. It wasn't overly interesting, but I'll walk you through that. And so the papers that I used on the inside, I had more than I needed for this journal, so I went ahead and made a second journal. So I'm going to share both of these with you today. Let's go ahead and start with this one since we've been kind of working on it. So the cover is attached to the spine. I did a 1.5 inch spine. I'll have all the details in the description of the Etsy listing, but we created these two covers together. And so I didn't want to cover any of this gorgeousness of the covers. So I went ahead and did the messy stitching and then obviously glue to attach the cover or the spine to the covers. So that's what that is there, and that is in black thread to match with the black messy stitching that I did. And then obviously over here you can see I've added a charm. So this is just a bulldog clip. It's not really holding anything. It's just there for show. Actually, I was thinking if you wanted to put it, let's just see what that would look like. I think that would be kind of cool. If you wanted to put it here instead and let it, yep, there's room. Let's do that instead because I like that idea. So put it there, and then now you have some fun decorative something on the spine. So the charm says focus on the good. We've got a Tim Holtz blingy dangle there. We've got some sari silk. This is a copper, it's not actual copper, but it's a copper jewelry thing. Some beads hanging from a bulb pin, hanging from a bulldog clip. So to get that up and out of the way, you could just pull it up like that. So let's go ahead and get started on the flip through. So here's a look at what the inside front cover looks like. So as you can see, the fabric from the spine is here. It's been glued very well and then also reinforced with stitching. It's not going anywhere. It's pretty darn sturdy. So there's that. I didn't add any pockets or anything. I thought, well, whoever ends up with this, if you want to add your own pockets or title or something there, that would be a really fun thing for you to do. The papers are all tea dyed, and yeah, just various papers. I've taken our journaling cards that we made last week and put them in with some fun paper clips and added some fun things to them too, so there's a little bit more embellishment. So yeah, some of these papers have a bluish tint to them because they were dyed on top of blue lined paper that bled, so it's kind of got a bluish greenish tint. This paper here actually came from an antique, maybe it's not antique, it's at least vintage, in a photo album. I think it's antique. And just to make sure that the spine didn't break, because it's a little bit brittle, I added fabric scraps and then sewed that so that it wouldn't go anywhere. We've got packing paper. Here is some handmade paper. Same thing. I joined two pieces of handmade paper together so that I didn't have to fold this beautiful piece of paper, and use some sari silk there. We've got leftover planner pages. This has texture to it, but again, I've tea dyed that. Some tea dyed parchment paper. So you've got, this is going to be, I think, a fantastic either art journal or writing journal, or junk journal, but got a lot of great things going on here. So here's our second journaling card that we made, and then this one has this bead charm hanging from it. This is leather flower petal. I bought that. I didn't make that, but I really like it, so decided to add it to this page, or this journal here. This is a little tricky. Let's see, how did I do this? I always try and do the long side on the back. There we go. Okay, and then the other side of all the papers that we just saw. So there's that, and so this does have 2 signatures in it. So some more tea-dyed paper, some more packing paper, writing space if you want. You can write on this too if you want, but that sound is just, isn't that great? Some kids writing paper here, some more fabric in the middle. Here is our third tag that we made. Love it. More writing space. This one I just did a sari silk, kind of a little knot there, and then added some bling and some jingle bells. Because why not? We need jingle bells all year round, I think, right? So that just sticks in there like that. Some book page. This actually did come from a book. It looks like scrapbook paper, but it's not. It came from a book. Some more tea-dyed paper here. And then our 4th journaling card. Oops, got hung up on the sewing. Okay, so here is that journaling card. Pretty little bird. And then this one I just did a little knot with the sari silk on the top. This makes it look really sweet, I think. Here's the other side of that. And there we have it, guys. So that is this little nice journal. It is a little, it could become bulky, but I don't think it's too bad. I think it's kind of the perfect size. It's not overwhelming as far as number of pages go. So yeah, like I said, I think this could be a really fantastic art journal or a writing journal. Okay, so here is the, I don't know if I'd call it a sister. The other one had definitely a bird theme to it. This one is just a generic vintage theme. So the cover, I've taken a book cover and covered that in this nice linen fabric. And then I did a collage of some other fabrics, and then this is paper, packing paper. So you can either write or put a sticker in there if you want. We've got nice book corners. The spine has this really pretty floral lace trim. And then here's the back. Your closure is going to be this ivory seam binding, a vintage seam binding that I had. This one, I did let the papers go wide. If you don't like that, you can actually very easily tear them down if you want to do that. I guess, you know, take off about 1/4 inch or so and you'd be just right. The inside, front, and back cover, again, didn't do an envelope or anything, but if you wanted to add your own little envelope for, you know, scraps that you want to use in your journal, you can definitely do that. So front and back are the same with this pretty lace trim. And then the rest of it is completely a naked journal. And so this one has 3 signatures, so it's more of that same album paper. This one has some handmade paper in it as well, in different kinds of colors and things. So this down here, it says sketches on that book page. So I'll quickly run through this. I love how this tea dye ended up. Just gorgeous. So there's the other half of your sketches. Some more grid paper there, handmade paper. This is a nice sized book. They're both pretty good sized. This one has 3 signatures in it. The other one has 2. The other one had a lot more decoration done, so it actually took quite a lot longer to create. But again, I think, oh, it just got a little sticky there. Again, I think this would be an excellent writing journal or art journal. Got some player piano roll here for this page. Did I say art journal? Also junk journal. This is the only paper in here that actually has kind of writing on it, but I love it. So yeah, I think the possibilities are endless with these. They have room to grow. If you don't want them to grow, they're nicely chunky already. So some more fabric there on the inside. This is kind of a yellow handmade paper. Looks like there's some other bits and pieces down there at the bottom. And then some more of that greenish blue tea dyed paper that I had. Some lined paper from the book. Bits and pieces of, I didn't make this paper, but it is handmade paper. So there we have it. So these 2 journals are going to be available in my Etsy shop, and as always I will have a link down in the description for each of them if you are interested. So I really loved having everyone join me as we created this little journal. I think it's a really sweet one. And I love how it turned out in the end. So, alright guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!